Hi. Before we start going through the actual convention, let's have a look at some basic marine English vocabulary. This is important especially for those of us for whom English is not our mother tongue. So it's important to know some of the key terms. Let's start with port and starboard. They unambiguously refer to either the left side of the vessel, which is the port side, or the right side of the vessel, which is the starboard side, irrespective of which way the observer is facing. So they are always unambiguously the left side or the right side of the vessel. The term starboard derives from the Old English word "stewboard", meaning the side on which the ship is steered. Before, ships had rudders on their central lines, and they were steered with a steering oar at the stern of the ship on the right hand side of the ship. It was usually on the right hand side because more people are right handed. And since the steering oar was on the right side of the boat, then the boat would tie up at the wharf on the other side. So that's why the left side is called the port side, and the right side is called the steering side or the starboard side. Fore and aft refer to the bow of the ship, so the front part of the ship, and the rear of the ship, respectively. So fore is the front part and aft is the rear part. Also, stern is the rear part. It's the aftmost part of the ship, so the very end of the ship. A beam means to be on the beam, so to say, at the right angle to the central line or keel of the vessel. So basically exactly alongside the boat, at the right angle on either the port side or the starboard side. Abaft means towards the stern relative to some object. So for instance, abaft the cockpit means towards the stern from the cockpit. Mast of a sailing vessel, it's the tall spar or several spars, which are erected more or less vertically on the central line of the ship or a boat. They usually carry either the sails, or they mostly carry the sails, but they also may carry the navigation lights, radar, communication antenna, and so on. Shape refers to the day shapes. These are the masthead signals which visually indicate the status of the vessel to other vessels in daylight. So at night, you can easily see the navigation lights, but in the daytime, you can more easily see the day shapes. Windward and leeward. Windward means the direction upwind from the point of reference. So in a way, direction from which the wind is blowing. And leeward is the opposite. It's the direction downwind from the point of reference. In other words, the direction to which the wind is blowing. And finally, we have a giveway vessel and stand-on vessel. Giveway vessel refers to the vessel that has to give way by the rules of this convention. And stand-on vessel means the vessel that can in normal circumstances proceed without having to give way. So giveway vessel and stand-on vessel. And that was the basic terms that I wanted to go through before we start looking at the convention in more detail.